Welcome to today's episode of The Growth Zone. I am Christian Bartsch. What is the core benefit of listening to this show? Here it is all about strategies and systems that get you to grow your business. As an entrepreneur or business leader, you need to be ahead of trends. Gain insights that really thrust your business to the next level. Each episode focuses on different aspects of designing, building, and leading companies. Without marketing, sales, innovation, or funding, you will lack the fire for growth. Without management strategies and systems, you are speeding towards failure. For those who listen to the entire episode, I have a special surprise gift. I'm also working on some great guests that are industry leaders in management, innovation, and marketing. Let's get started on today's episode. Hello and welcome. Today's topic is all about redesigning a business. Let's say you already have a new business or you have a business for many, many years and now have noticed the market, the economy, the business, your niche is not ideal. You need to refocus your business. And that leads as well to not only just deciding on what you want to focus in the future, but as well redesigning your entire business. Not only just something like branding and logos and marketing material and that, but it's also about what do I want to focus? Where do I want to stand out? How do I differentiate myself from other competitors in the new market I am going to follow? And it does even apply if you have a business that has maybe 5 different services, topics, products, whatever, and you've decided we don't need all of these. We just focus on one of our products because that's really selling great. People want it, and it's exactly what we as well want to focus on. Then you have to redesign everything. But first, redesign it mentally because you have to first wrap around your brain about you quitting all the other stuff. You've worked hard, maybe even to build the products, the design, the marketing material, create maybe your search engine optimization strategy, your marketing, you spend dollars, euros, pounds, whatever, on getting all those potential clients. And then you notice all the leads, all the effort, all the different activities you've done, every sales conversation, it's actually going to be obsolete for the future. Not quite. But there are different things you can do at a later stage to convert all your leads and your clients to the new product, a new strategy. You can do that. But that's a topic at a later time. Now, let's focus on the first thing of thinking. Where do we want to go? What do we want to focus on? Now, let's take an example. Let's say you have a company and you sell, let's say, accessories for cars. Yeah. So you've got different products, you've got maybe accessories for different brands, and you suddenly decide, wait a minute, these brands, well, they might not be actually selling that well. And maybe the people are not going to buy in the future so many of these parts because these brands are lagging compared to competition. So it means as well, of course, you need to lead and look at what your business is currently doing. Now, let's say you have actually focused and realized, I want to do only for this one brand. Yeah. The same thing could be applying if you've got, let's say, 5 totally different company products and have focused on B2B business. Yeah. Then you have different kind of products and you notice, well, one product is actually, it's so easy to sell and it generates high revenue. Profits are good, margins are great, and yeah, it's selling. And everyone else, you're just pushing and pushing, spending dollars, spending time, sweating over it, and then nothing comes by. So you have to focus on the things that really matter. And it might even be to an extent that you notice, well, all our products that we've got, we have to drop. And that can hurt. That must be a whack towards your brain of thinking and saying, wait a minute, all the energy, all the time, all the money for nothing. Oh. But if you look at the new thing and you say, let's face it, it's going to sell, people want it, people need it, people are paying, and we can solve it with that product or that service, then let's do it. Then, of course, it means you have to, let's say, blueprint or script out or scribble on a piece of paper what your product actually does for other people. And then as soon as you have more or less, let's say, a blueprint of your product, you have to create a blueprint of your business. Because, of course, businesses change. And let's say you are maybe selling the product in a totally different way, or the services in a totally different way. That means you have to adopt a totally different marketing, sales, promotion, customer service, manufacturing, delivery, programming, any kind of strategy and operations. And that has to change. At the same time, maybe that really profitable product might require you to keep to certain laws, regulations, other things. Maybe you need to upgrade your own personal skills, learn new stuff, get certifications for yourself, for your company, for your employees. It doesn't matter. Key thing is having a proper plan on what to do. Create your own checklist. What do I need? What have we got to get done? Who is going to get it done? Yeah. And who, by when, and what might be necessary. And it comes even not only just to time, who we have to contact, what's it going to cost, what do we need first before we can do the other thing, and so on and so on. Now, redesigning a business means in as well, of course, logos, marketing, branding, maybe a new domain. Search engine optimization has to maybe even start or starts from scratch. You might be able to use certain things. Your Google ads might have to change, or you go and start doing Facebook, Twitter, X, advertising, whatever. You have to readapt your entire strategy. But no, just jump into it and do it. Write down what you have to do. Create a strategy. Yeah. And even if you simply create like a storyboard or a mind map and take a blank sheet of paper, a pen, or best even colored pens of different colors, that's what I like. It gives you additional ability to actually mark and highlight things and even differentiate. And your brain will see the colors. You can even draw little images to each element so that you can even remember and make more sense to it. Brains work in awkward ways that we always think, oh, you have to be left brain or right brain or after this and that and so on. What's the strategic or blue type, red type, green type? It doesn't matter. You have to figure out many, many things, not just about your sales, your marketing, copy, and so on. You have to figure as well out how to make that product. Yeah. What do I need? How long will I need? How long do we have to start promoting the service? What do we do? How do we promote it? And the best thing usually is always first to make people aware of your new product, your new service, even before you've started building it or before you start actually delivering it to outside. You might want to even test it inside. Nevertheless, redesigning a business means as well a lot of effort because your brain doesn't like to have change and you are literally forcing it to change. And if you've got a team, they have to force their own brains as well to accept that change and they don't like it. But many of them will be saying, yes, we will do it. They will follow you. If you are the leader, they'll follow you. And others might be skeptical, isn't going to work. It's the fifth or sixth change that he's done before in the last 5, 3, 4 years, months, whatever. Nevertheless, if you change, you have to adapt. And in a rapid life cycle of business nowadays, you have to change fast. You can't do a business like in the 60s, where you just changed something and you just continued working and there was no big deal. Today, things are totally different. So redesigning business is a mental, a strategic issue, and that gets you moving. And especially, as I said, take a piece of paper, write down, sketch it out, try to do a storyboard or anything of that ilk, or even a workflow. That'll help you. Write down as well all the different elements that belong to your business and what they might drill down to. Sales, let's say, are you doing phone calls? Are you needing people to do the closing? Are you going to maybe visit people? Certain companies maybe want to have demos. Maybe you have to go and do the demo on site. Maybe you have to invite them to you. At the beginning, let's face it, you won't necessarily have to invite people to come and visit your business. So you don't need any expensive premises and all these things. Start lean, build it out, and focus on delivering high quality service and products. But don't fall in a trap that many Europeans especially love. That's building, and eventually deciding, now we'll sell it. Unfortunately, your competition isn't sleeping because they've already done it then by the time you've been building the 5th and 8th version before even you started promoting or selling it. And that's the key thing. You have to adapt as well your approach and your way of building businesses. Now, in the next episode, because this one is a short one, I'm going to tell you more about all different activities, how you can actually design a business, redesign a business, and as well, of course, build it, grow it, and migrate it even. Because it might be that you go and do a merger with somebody else. Sometimes you are building a business and it's not working quite well, but through that, you get to know somebody else, and that somebody else helps you to build another business together, and that business is a gold mine, sort of speaking. Really a fantastic idea. But the other person can't do it without you, and you can't do it without them. And that's a good thing, because you need both and you need each other. So see what you can do, but always be careful. Redesigning a business is not just about doing it. It's about thinking and readapting your way of thinking. Have a great success with your activities. Wait, listen. Was the content helpful? Please share it on social media. The world is constantly changing in response to trends and events. As a leader, you need to adapt your business. Stay connected. You will find in the episode description how to gain more insights. Subscribe to my bi-weekly business secrets letter. Gain access to all updates of my ultimate guide on business growth strategies. These can be applied to your business in the US, Canada, or Europe. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The Growth Zone with Christian Bartsch. Thank you for listening.